Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The following week, in Crimson Lights, Chelsea, Melissa Claire Egan, and Adam, Mark Grossman, are seated at a table near the jukebox. When he hears Adam's voice asking him, "Is today that day you officially launch your attack on me and Newman Media?" Jason Thompson's character Billy looks around. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas? Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. Billy may recall that he himself warned Adam that he was pursuing him and intended to destroy him and his business. After all, Adam turned his own mother against him and defeated Billy using the business. Billy's reputation was ruined by Adam's hit piece, and Jill, Jess Walton, lost faith in her son. She humiliated her son by firing Billy and selling Chancellor to Victor, Eric Braden. Adam may be talking about it, or is Billy concerned that Nick, Joshua Morrow, actually told Adam about his new business? Investigating Damien's background. The Young and the Restless Crystal Khalil as Lily, photo source, CBS. Since meeting Damien, whom he believed to be his half-brother, Nate, Sean Dominic, has been inconsolable. Nate was shocked a second time when Audra, Zuleika Silver, revealed that she knew Holden, Nathan Owens, and even dated him after he had discovered that Holden was merely posing as Damien, Jermaine Rivers. The plot gets even more complicated now. Lily, Crystal Khalil, had requested Victor's assistance in order to learn more about Damien's origins. It was discovered that the businesses Damien owns and operates are actually owned by an unidentified tycoon by the name of Aristotle Dumas. Victor claimed he wanted to protect Lily and Devin, Brighton James, so he recruited Michael to delve even farther and see what he could. Is Aristotle Dumas more familiar than they realize, or did he learn more that would harm them? Next week, Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, has a different idea for the chair she's sitting on rather of waiting around for orders. Although there is a window, it is too far up to open or climb out of. Phyllis grabs a chair and tries to smash the window to yell for assistance, but Sharon Case, intervenes. Who is going to prevail in the dispute? Do they have a better chance of winning the game now? On weekdays, watch the entire season of The Young and the Restless on CBS or access it on Paramount+. Adam was pleasantly delighted when Chelsea kissed him at home. Chelsea expressed to Adam her gratitude that Adam had arranged the entire evening with her comfort in mind. The prospect of their future thrilled her. Adam promised that they would go at the speed she chose. He guided her to the couch by holding her hand. Hopefully together, he said, they took their wine and toasted themselves for discovering their best selves. Chelsea came to the conclusion, "I think we're off to a great start." Adam inquired about Chelsea's needs and how her wing at the house was doing. According to Chelsea, she only needed to know if he was truly over Sally. There wasn't even the slightest glimmer, he reassured her. Chelsea was concerned that he and Sally hadn't found peace, but she and Billy had. She needed to be sure he was over his ex before she let him back into her heart. Adam claimed that he and Sally could agree only that they were no longer together. They talked about their cheating night. They pondered whether it was related to their actual emotions. Adam didn't regret anything that led him and Chelsea to where they were, but he did regret hurting Sally. Adam claimed that although he hadn't planned on winning Chelsea over that evening, he hoped it would be the start of many happy memories with her. They continued kissing after Chelsea remarked that this was the Adam she had forgotten existed. Before Chelsea went to her room, Adam gave her a rose. He was excited about the evening once he was by himself. Chelsea grinned as she scented the rose in her chamber. Nick stopped by the main home to inform Nikki and Victor about the disappearance of Phyllis and Sharon. Nikki suspected Phyllis right away and questioned whether Sharon had stopped taking her medication. Nick shared his knowledge with them. He believed that additional security wouldn't hurt, but he didn't want to worry too soon. Victor concurred. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas? Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. Staying alive was a ridiculous goal at the asylum, according to Phyllis. She called for directions and responses from the speaker mounted on the wall. "Go to hell with whoever did it," Sharon remarked, adding that they needed to work together to find a solution in order to win the game. "It must be something they should both recognize," Phyllis added as the song began to play again. The fact that someone was messing with her once more irritated Sharon. According to Phyllis, they could see and hear the individual, so they had to comply in order to go. "All right, we're in," Sharon remarked to the speaker as the music ceased. "Great choice." The voice murmured menacingly, "Let's play." The voice told them to go to the safe but would not reveal their name. They discovered a birthday card there. In a mocking tone, Sharon inquired as to if it was his birthday and what kind of celebration he would like. The siren beeped, but he didn't respond. The card said, "I'm 18 years away from Independence Day." Sharon looked at a calendar and saw that June 16th was empty. The music resumed when she checked on July 22nd. It opened when Phyllis entered the date in the safe combination. Phyllis clarified that Sharon attempted to murder her on the evening of July 22, 2013, during the charity function. In contrast to Phyllis, Sharon claimed that the incident was an accident and denied that she had pushed Phyllis down a set of stairs, causing her to go into a coma. According to Phyllis, it made no difference because the music was the same one that was playing throughout their altercation that evening. They both understood that they were the focus of this game. Phyllis informed Sharon that he knew the person behind the speaker and that they had gone to great lengths to make everything work. There were 2 phones in the safe, but they were locked. He advised them to make thoughtful decisions because they could only make 1 phone call each to a loved one. "You'll tell them you went out of town for a while, maybe for business or to work out some emotional issues," the voice said. Phyllis joked to Sharon, "He's talking to you there. Do whatever you believe will make them believe you're all right. Tell them not to worry, you'll be back soon," he continued. The speaker did not respond when Sharon questioned if it was true that they would be returning home shortly. The phones were locked, as Phyllis noted. The speaker assured them that the phones will be unlocked after they accepted the rules. Phyllis concurred on her and Sharon's behalf. The voice cautioned that there would be a cost if they attempted to tell their loved ones the truth since the transmission will instantly scramble and disconnect. "You will face consequences if you attempt to assume control," he continued. Sharon questioned how they would be punished and clarified that he couldn't harm them as long as they cooperated. "Can't I?" he asked himself. Phyllis sighed. The strange person behind the curtain was starting to bore her. "She should stop," Sharon pleaded. He instructed them to enter the date they used on the safe, but this time in reverse, after they informed the voice that they were prepared to make their calls. When Sharon entered 31-22-7, the phone unlocked. Sharon selected Nick, and Phyllis made the decision to call Summer. When Sharon called to inform Nick that she was in Sedona, Nick was still at the ranch house. She claimed to have texted the girls and acted as though she didn't know why they weren't receiving her messages. She said that she was using a burner until her new phone arrived since she had misplaced hers. When she requested him to inform the girls that she would be gone, Nick grew worried even though he believed her and advised her to enjoy her alone time. In the meantime, Phyllis called Summer to apologize for worrying her and to inform her that she had misplaced her phone. She claimed to have become preoccupied with pursuing some business leads, but she requested her not to inform Billy. Rather, she repeatedly expressed her love for Summer and begged her to inform Daniel as well. Phyllis stared at Sharon in shock as she hung up. Nikki questioned Sharon's alleged trip to Sedona after Nick hung up. Nick found it strange that Sharon said she was too exhausted to call her children, and he appeared worried about the texts the girls weren't receiving. He didn't want to seem alarmist, but the chat was filled with warning signs. Although Nick was aware that the nightmare was over, something seemed strange. Nikki disagreed, claiming that Sharon called him instead of calling both girls directly since it was faster. Victor concurred that Sharon was secure and had told him the truth. Summer texted Nick to let him know that Phyllis had called and that she was fine. Although Nikki was relieved they were both all right, she thought it strange that they would check in at around the same time. Victor acknowledged that it was strange, but he also believed there was nothing to be concerned about. Sharon observed that Nick had a lot of questions back at the asylum, but he had no suspicions. Summer didn't either, Phyllis concurred. It didn't look like they were going to win, Sharon observed, as they waved off any potential rescue attempt. However, it will. We're leaving this place, Phyllis declared resolutely. The voice was questioned by Sharon and Phyllis about their next test and what transpired next. They gripped their ears as the speaker blared the siren. Take a nap. Go to sleep. The voice commanded, tomorrow is another day. Reluctantly, Sharon and Phyllis sat on the couch and quarreled. They pondered whether someone wanted them to confront their hatred for one another. Unless they want one last showdown, that doesn't make sense to me. Perhaps we aren't even up against a captor. Perhaps we're simply competing with one another, Phyllis said. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of March 3, 2025, promise a gripping and emotionally charged series of events as the residents of Genoa City grapple with the mysterious disappearances of Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers, the shocking revelations about Damian Kane, and the escalating tensions between Adam Newman and Billy Abbott. The episode delves into the psychological toll of captivity on Sharon and Phyllis, as they struggle to maintain their sanity and devise a plan to escape their captor's twisted game. Meanwhile, Lily Winter's investigation into Damian Kane uncovers powerful intel that could upend the lives of everyone involved, and the confrontation between Adam and Billy threatens to reignite old rivalries. As alliances shift and secrets come to light, the stage is set for even more explosive developments in the days to come. At the heart of the episode is the ongoing mystery surrounding Sharon and Phyllis's captivity. The two women, longtime rivals, find themselves trapped in a nightmarish situation, forced to confront their shared history and work together to survive. The captor's twisted game, filled with riddles and psychological manipulation, has left both women on edge. Phyllis, in particular, is struggling to maintain her composure, her desperation and frustration boiling over as she contemplates drastic measures to escape. In a chilling preview clip, Phyllis is seen holding a metal fold-up chair, threatening to smash a window and scream for help. Sharon, ever the voice of reason, tries to calm her down, reminding her that such actions could anger their captor and put them both in even greater danger. The tension between the two women is palpable as they grapple with their fear, anger, and the realization that their survival depends on their ability to set aside their differences and work together. The captor's motives remain shrouded in mystery, but the clues point to someone who knows a great deal about Sharon and Phyllis's tumultuous history. The riddles and challenges they face are deeply personal, tied to key moments in their rivalry, such as the infamous chocolate fountain fight at a charity event. The captor's familiarity with their past suggests that this is someone who has been closely observing their lives, perhaps even someone who cares about them and wants to push them to reconcile. One theory gaining traction is that Michael Baldwin, the sharp-witted lawyer with a flair for the dramatic, may be behind the kidnapping. Michael's formal speech patterns and his deep knowledge of Sharon and Phyllis's history make him a prime suspect. Additionally, his recent involvement in Victor Newman's investigation into Damian Kane and Aristotle Dumas raises questions about whether he is acting alone or with Victor's knowledge. If Michael is indeed the mastermind behind this elaborate ruse, his intentions may be noble, forcing Sharon and Phyllis to confront their issues and make peace, but the extreme measures he has taken could have serious consequences. Meanwhile, Lily Winter's investigation into Damian Kane uncovers shocking revelations that could have far-reaching implications for the residents of Genoa City. Armed with powerful intel, Lily bursts into a meeting with Nate Hastings and Devin Hamilton Winters, her eyes wide with urgency. She reveals that there is much more to Damian's story than they initially believed, holding up a file folder filled with damning evidence. The specifics of Lily's findings remain unclear, but the implications are significant. Damian, who has been presented as the CEO of several companies, may not be the true owner, with the elusive Aristotle Dumas pulling the strings behind the scenes. Victor Newman's interest in Damian and Aristotle adds another layer of intrigue as he seeks to uncover the truth about their connection. Lily's revelations could upend Damian's efforts to reconnect with his mother, Amy Lewis, and strain his relationship with Nate and Devin. The fallout from Lily's investigation promises to be explosive, as the residents of Genoa City grapple with the implications of Damian's true motives and the shadowy figure of Aristotle Dumas. In other developments, the tension between Adam Newman and Billy Abbott reaches a boiling point. Adam, still reeling from his rekindled romance with Chelsea Lawson, confronts Billy about his suspicions that Billy is planning to launch an attack on Newman Media. The confrontation takes place at Crimson Lights, where Adam and Chelsea are enjoying a morning coffee date. Billy's arrival sparks a heated exchange, with Adam demanding to know if today is the day Billy officially launches his attack. Billy, ever the provocateur, glares at Adam but remains silent, his intentions unclear. Chelsea, caught in the middle, tries to defuse the situation, but the tension between the two men is palpable. The rivalry between Adam and Billy has been a recurring theme in Genoa City, and this latest confrontation threatens to reignite old wounds and spark new conflicts.